My family has never been the most open of families. We're quite the innocent bunch of people. We never talk about sex. Seriously, the first time I asked,
"What's sex?"
my mum left without saying a single word, and I didn't see her for another 3 days. I knew I'd never get a straight answer, and the only way I'd be educated in the field of the birds and the bees was from my neighbour's very active dog, who knew how to get around. So with that in mind, let me tell you a little story. Every year, my primary school holds its annual sports day. Much like every other sports day, it made the popular kids feel good about themselves, and the chubby, unpopular kids hate themselves a little more each year. You can probably guess which category I fell under. The annual sports day was a time for the whole Donoghue family to get together and celebrate, as I failed to get anywhere near second last place in all of the events. And every year it was the same. My family would get together, watch me come last in every single event, bring me home, and feed me lunch so I could eat the shame away. This routine happened every year, except for 1 year in 5th class. This year was completely different. I came first in 4 events: the 100-meter dash, the 3-legged race, the sack race, and the welly toss. As you can tell, my primary school wasn't the most privileged of schools. I felt on top of the world, like Usain Bolt taking home all the gold, but sadly, my family weren't there to witness this amazing feat because they had more important things to do, like living. So when I arrived home, I placed my 4 ribbons on the table and smugly said to my mum, "What's for lunch?" My whole family were in shock. They couldn't believe it. My mum questioned me for hours with things like, "How did you do it? Did you bribe a teacher? Did you use performance-enhancing drugs?" And so on and so forth. My mum felt it was necessary to get some footage of my sports day, so she was left with no other option but to ask help from Jacob. What to say about Jacob? Well, he was a family friend, but he was one dodgy ass motherfucker. But one thing he was good at though, was recording every single sports day since 1998. But the strange thing was though, he didn't have any children. So, my mum got my sports day DVD off him, and soon my whole family would see the best sports day of my life. Finally, the day had come. My whole family were there. My mum, my dad, my brother, and my 2 sisters. I couldn't wait to see my victories on the big screen. When my mum popped in the DVD, I couldn't handle the excitement. My eyes began to twitch. My mouth became a waterfall of potato crisps. My hand clutched the chair like a hand. And finally, after what seemed like an eternity of loading, the DVD began to play. And... well, it wasn't footage of my sports day. It was, well, let's just say it was a video of 2 people hugging in a very special way. A really special way. Like sex. Right at this moment, I felt about 4 hands smash against my face in an attempt to shield my eyes from the horrors that were being displayed on the screen. My mum threw herself across the room action movie style and began mashing on every single button she could find in an attempt to turn off the hugging video. Finally, she managed to turn it off, and what followed was a very awkward silence, in which we all died a little inside. I'd like to say that this whole event made my family change for the good, and made us more open and closer as a family. I'd like to say this, but I can't, because it didn't. It made it worse. But throughout this chain of events, there's one question that still sticks in my mind. If we got that DVD, who got my sports day DVD?
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's